My name is Boboy James Edmond. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the Institute of Social Policy Research in South Sudan, a renowned institute that has been helping the government of South Sudan, the private sector, and the people of South Sudan, including the international community, on pertinent issues such as economic, social, political, environmental, and other aspects of South Sudan that are more important. But this morning, the Institute of Social Policy Research has issued a letter to His Excellency the President of South Sudan, General Salva Kiir Mayardit, on the key issues that are happening right now relating to the possibility of amending the peace agreement. So I would wanted to send this letter to the President. Uh, Dear President, I write this letter with a deep respect and sincere commitment to the future of our nation, South Sudan. This letter is an appeal for your leadership at this critical moment as discussions continue regarding proposed amendments to the revitalized agreement on the resolution of conflict in South Sudan and the broader constitutional making process. Your Excellency, history reminds us that your leadership was strongly supported by the people of South Sudan and the international community. In the year 2010 elections and during the historic referendum that led to our independence, millions stood behind you with the hope and trust that collective support gave birth to the Republic of South Sudan and entrusted you with the responsibility to guide it with wisdom, inclusivity, and accountability. It is in this spirit that we respectively urge you to listen carefully to the voice of the people of South Sudan, and especially the South Sudanese people, civil society, and international partners regarding the proposed constitutional and peace agreement amendments. These voices are not in opposition to your leadership, they are an essential part of strengthening it. We acknowledge and sincerely thank you for the recent decisions to hold the parliamentary debates on the proposed amendments. These steps demonstrate responsiveness to growing public concerns and provide an opportunity to ensure that the process is conducted in a more inclusive, transparent, and lawful manner. It is a moment that can rebuild confidence if followed by genuine consultations and adherence to agreed procedures. His Excellency the President. As you are aware, the amendments were approved by the Cabinet and forwarded to the Parliament without full engagement of all stakeholders, particularly the RJMEC, as required under Article 8.4 of the peace agreement. Concerns have been raised that not all signatory parties to the peace agreement, including the SPLM-IO, were adequately involved. This has created division and risk undermining the credibility of this process, His Excellency. So therefore, I want to ask you, His Excellency, elections are not an event. They are a process that must be anchored in good governance, adherence to legal frameworks, and trust among stakeholders. Any efforts to fast track political outcomes without following proper procedures risk destabilizing this country, the very peace that we have actually worked on so hard that needs to be maintained. We also concerned about the potential implications of removing key provisions such as Article 8.2 and Article 8.3, which guarantees the supremacy of the peace agreement. Weakening these safeguards, His Excellency, may erode the foundation of the transitional arrangements and could lead further instability if not handled with utmost care and consensus. The recent development in Parliament, including the abrupt removal of the debate citing technical reasons, reflects the complexity and sensitivity of this issue. While this pause is welcome, It should now lead to a reset of the process, one that begins with academic involvement all political parties and ensure full compliance with the peace agreement before parliamentary consideration. Your Excellency, the risk of mismanagement at this stage are significant. Decisions influenced by narrow advices or exclusionary processes could isolate South Sudan from its partners, weaken internal cohesion, and reverse the gains made since the signing of the peace agreement. Leadership of this moment requires not only authority, but also openness to counsel and commitments to national unity, His Excellency. We respectfully urge you not to turn back on the citizens of South Sudan and the international community who have journeyed with us to this point. Their support remains vital for peace, stability, and development. The Institute of Social Policy and Research, together with hundreds of civil society organizations across South Sudan, stands ready, His Excellency, to support your leadership when it's guided by the will of the people, respect for the rule of law, and inclusive dialogue. When you listen to the people, you strengthen the nation. We remain hopeful that your leadership will rise to this occasion and steer the country towards a peaceful, credible, and democratic future. Yours sincerely, the Institute of Policy and Research, South Sudan, Juba.